Wasira. Go live. Kwanza timu yangu itashinda kwa hivyo KKPL2 ndio ulizo Tito. Wacha tu dae utaandika kutoka baadaye. Kiambu Pluckers. Nilikuwa first round si tao wasichana wako huko wale wenye wanatembea tembea huko sasa hivi. Zikichukua nani? Kwa pressure. Kwa pressure.
Mwambie Sido kuna time. Sido anafanya nini pressure? Mwambie yankuja angalia time. Haiwezi enda. Ita Sido, mwambie time bana.
Kimbia time.
Mwambie tu.
Hizo kwa time. Hizo angalia time.
Shida ni Sido anafanya nini na kwa hadi saa. Aite mchezo.
Anatoka maji yako.
Najama hapa. Hivi baadhi ya lezenda matare bana. Zote ni kwenda inaenda sijafanya pole.
Hata hapo. Kuna
Mbona? Wasira.
Ndala kwa rada kweli.
Yes. Hebu angalia time ndio hapo.
Jagol on the left in. We are having Jagol on the left in. That is a 1 point awarded. 1 point awarded. 1 point awarded to the Kiambu Pluckers, managing to take Hagai Ajwala out to the bench. That is a Bilal again going for raid. That is a Bilal going for raid. Bilal, he gets a point. Did he get it? He's trying to get Clive. Clive is a cover. That is a, we have Robert playing the cover on the side of the Kiambu Pluckers. So that is Bilal. They should be careful of Bilal because he is such quite a tall raider. There is a pursuit, and that is Cliff managing to get one defender out on the side of the Homabay Lakers. We're now having Jagol, the captain. That is a Jagol raiding. Jagol, that is Jagol. Jagol is taken down. That was Jagol being taken down. That was his first raid, and the Kiambu Pluckers men said, we are not here to play. We are here to make sure that we are getting the point. That is 1 point awarded to the Kiambu Pluckers. Cliff is, that was quite a good one from the left cover. That was a good one from the left cover, managing to take Cliff back to the bench, bringing back. Huh? That was a good one from the left cover, managing to take Cliff out to the bench. That was 1 point in favor. It is a bonus plus point in favor of. A bonus plus a point in favor of the Homabay Lakers. We're having Robert trading. That is Robert over the Kiambu Pluckers. He gets a bonus point. Robert managed to get a bonus point and goes home to defend. We're having Bilal again. Bilal going for a raid. That is Bilal. You should be careful. Bilal managing to get 1 point. It is a bonus plus point awarded to the Kiambu Pluckers. A bonus plus a point awarded to the Kiambu Pluckers. We are having that is a Jagol, Isaac Otieno. Look at those steps. That is a Jagol. He tries. Will he get a point? Will he get a point? We're having Cliff on the right corner. We're having Cliff on the right corner of the Kiambu Pluckers. Jagol decides to go back home and defend. That was a good back hold. That was a good back hold. That was a good back hold from Jagol. That was a good back hold from Jagol. Taking Cliff out. Remember, Cliff just went for a pass and Jagol said, not today, you're not taking this point. That was a good back hold from Jagol. We're having Bilal again, jersey number 1 over the Homabay Lakers. That is Bilal. He gets a point. He gets 1 point and decides to go home with a point. We're having Robert again. Robert. Two defenders out. 2 points awarded to the Kiambu Pluckers. That is the Raider managed. Robert managed to get 2 defenders out. We are having Jagol again. That is Jagol. He tries. He should be careful. Should be careful of the left and right corner. He should be careful of the left and right corner because they're so eager to take him out. They're so eager to take him out. Robert, that is Robert Redding. Robert, he was taken out. Robert was taken out by the left corner of the Homabay Lakers, bringing back Hagai Ajwala. That is Bilal. Bilal on the raid. That is Bilal on the raid. You should be careful. That is Bilal. Like I said, he's quite a tall raider there. And on the side of the Gidrai, on the side of the Homabay Lakers, we're having jersey number 8 of the Kiambu Pluckers raiding. He moves, look at his steps. He goes so deep. Will he get a point? He was taken down by Jagol. That was a good from the left in Jagol. Bilal again, it is a super tackle. A super tackle activated. He should be careful of the super tackle. You can see that he should be careful over the super tackle. And I just said those were 2 clean good points. 2 clean good points awarded to the Kiambu Pluckers. That is remember, we are live on our social media platforms. That is at Kenya Kabaddi Union TV and at Kenya Kabaddi Union on Facebook, Kenya Kabaddi Union TV on Instagram. That is a bonus point awarded to the Kiambu Pluckers. Jagol raiding. Jagol should be careful of both the left and the right cover. Did he get a point? No. Cliff on it again. That is Cliff raiding. Oh my God. Those were 2 points awarded. Awarded to the Kiambu Pluckers. Naweza kumpatia dakika kama 10 hivi amalize kadio na atoke hapo kwa uwanja. Mimi nimemshikilia. That is a Jagol on it. Did he get a point? He did not get a point and he opts for defense. He got a bonus point and decided to go home and defend. We're having Cliff on it again. That is our Cliff raiding, and that was a successful tackle from the left corner over the Homabay Lakers, bringing back Jagol. Bringing Jagol back to the pitch. That is Bilal of the Homabay Lakers raiding. That is Bilal. He tries some kicks. Will he get a point? Will he get a point? That is Bilal. He should be careful. Remember, he was just taken out on a super tackle. He gets a point and goes back home. He gets a point and goes back home. That was 1 point. We're having Robert. That is Robert raiding. That is Robert, jersey number 5 of the Kiambu Pluckers raiding. Will he get a point? He tries a kick. He tries a scorpion down kick. He tries a scorpion down kick. He was taken down. He was taken down. That was Robert being taken down. We are having a Jagol raiding. That is a Jagol. That is a Jagol raiding. Will he get a point? Will Jagol get a point? Will Jagol get a point? That is Jagol. Remember, this is a super tackle. This is a super tackle. Will he get a point? And this is a match between the Kiambu Pluckers. This is a match between the Kiambu Pluckers and the Homabay Lakers. With just 5 minutes remaining, for the match to end. 5 last minutes remaining for the first half match to end. We don't know who is at the top. He was taken down. He was taken down. That is a 1 point awarded. 1 point awarded to the Homabay Lakers. It is a substitution. Jersey number. It was a substitution and we brought back. Jagol, he managed to get 2 points plus all out. Those are 4 points awarded. 4 points awarded in favor of the Homabay Lakers with just 4 minutes remaining for the first half to end. 4 minutes remaining for the first half to end. Remember, after here we are going to be having an amazing big match of the day. That is the Githurai Cheetahs playing against the Black Falcons men. Githurai Cheetahs playing against the Black Falcons men. Remember, this is a fight. This is a fight to playoffs. And on the playoffs, we have several teams qualified. We have the qualified team, that is the Kasarani Lions. We have the Githurai Cheetahs. We have the Black Falcons. We have those are the qualified teams. Those are the qualified teams, and 1 point awarded to the Kiambu Pluckers. Gets a bonus point. He gets a bonus point. Bilal gets a bonus point, and he's claiming it. He gets a bonus point and he's claiming it. He tries again. Will he get a point? He should be careful. He should be careful of jersey number 7. Jersey number 7 is a new fresh energy. Jersey number 7 is a new fresh energy. Jersey number 7 is a new fresh energy. That is a Cliff on it again, Cliff raiding. That is a Cliff raiding. That is Cliff. You should be careful of jersey number of the left corner. That is a Hagai. Should be careful of the left corner. That is Hagai Ejwala. Official timeout there. There is a review. There is a review. Want to see if the raider is safe or the defender is safe. Want to see if the raider is safe or the defender is safe. That is a 1 point awarded for the Homabay Lakers. That was the review unsuccessful for the Kiambu Pluckers. That was 1 point awarded on the side of the Homabay Lakers. With 1 minute remaining, those are 2 raids remaining for the first half to end. 2 minutes remaining for the first half to end. That is a Jagol. That is Jagol raiding. He should be careful. That is a Jagol. It was a successful leg touch. It was a successful leg touch, and now we're having Robert going for a raid. We're having Robert going for a raid, and Robert claims a point. He gets 1 point. He claims 1 point. That is a Jagol again. Jagol on it again. That is a Jagol raiding. That is a Jagol raiding. That is Jagol raiding, and he gets a point. Jagol is such a strong. Jagol is such a strong player there, and he managed to get 1 point. He managed to get 1 point. Robert again. That is Robert raiding. That is Robert, jersey number 5 of the Kiambu Pluckers. Robert Otieno. He tries a kick. That is Robert Otieno of the Kiambu Pluckers. You should be careful of him, but you should also be careful of the left in. You should be careful of the left in. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the first half of the match. That is the first half of the match. That is the first half of the match. And on the scores, that is the first half of the match. The first half of the match, and on the scores on the first half of the match, and the Kiambu Pluckers are having 18 points, and the Homabay Lakers are having 24 points. 24 points on the side of the Homabay Lakers, and 18 points on the side of the Kiambu Pluckers. The Kiambu Pluckers are following so closely. The Kiambu Pluckers are following so closely to the Homabay Lakers, but the Homabay Lakers have said that they are not here to play. They're here to win this match, and they're going to be doing whatever it takes to make sure that they are winning this match. Remember, just like I said earlier, this is a fight to the playoffs. This is a fight to the playoffs, and every team is trying to get a spot in the playoffs. This is the first half of the dance. Remember, we still have 20 more minutes. Still have 20 more minutes of this dance. Remember, we are here at Kasarani Indoor Arena. We are here at Kasarani Indoor Arena every Saturday to bring you such amazing matches like the one that you're just watching now. And you can see that the players of the Homabay Lakers are relaxed. The players of the Homabay Lakers are relaxed, knowing that going to win this match, and the players of the Kiambu Pluckers also are relaxed, and they know that they have whatever it takes, they have everything it takes to make sure that they are winning this match. Our main umpire of this match, we have Mshira as the main umpire of this match. Remember, for this match, we're going to be having our mighty match of the day. That is the Githurai Cheetahs and the Black Falcons men. This is just the first 20 minutes of the match. And you can see that the Homabay Lakers are leading close. The Homabay Lakers are leading with a range. But remember that we still have 20 more minutes for this dance to continue. We still have 20 more minutes for this dance to continue. Last minutes. We're having our second half of the match. The second half of the match coming in just few minutes. Second half of the match coming in just few minutes. We are waiting for our umpire, that is Mshira. We are live on our social media platform, that is at Kenya Kabaddi Union on Instagram, Kenya Kabaddi Union on YouTube, and Kenya Kabaddi Union on Twitter. Second half of the match, that is the second half of the match just kicking in. And you can see that now the Homabay Lakers are leading. And the Kiambu Pluckers are following closely. We're having there, that is the Kiambu Pluckers. That is on the side of the Kiambu Pluckers. We have 4 players against 1. That is Jagol Raiding. He tries a kick. Will he get a point? He tries a kick. That is Jagol. He tries a kick. Look at those steppings. He doesn't do the full steps. Will he get a point? Decides to go back home. He opts for defense. That is Robert Raiding. Robert. That is Bilal getting a point. That was a kick. Bilal getting a point. That was a kick. And Bilal gets a point. Jersey number 2 of the Kiambu Pluckers raiding. That is jersey number 2 of the Kiambu Pluckers raiding. Will he get a point? Will he get a point? He raids. He is on the left corner. On the left corner, he should be careful. He did not get a point. He got a point. He got 1 point, bringing Cliff. And now we're having Cliff back. We're having Cliff back in the field. That is a juggle there. He tries. That is a juggle trying straight. Jersey number 12, and he was taken down by jersey number 4 of the Kiambu Pluckers. He was taken down by jersey number 4 of the Kiambu Pluckers. That was Bilal being taken down. That is Bilal, jersey number 1 of. Jersey number 1 of. Jersey number 1 of the. Jersey number 1 of the Homabay Lakers being taken down. Jersey number 1 of the Homabay Lakers being taken down. Remember, this is just this is the last 20 minutes of the match. This is the last 20 minutes of the match. The last 20 minutes of the match. We want to see who is going to be winning this match. Is it the Kiambu Pluckers, or is it the Kiambu Pluckers, or is it the Homabay Lakers? Cliff raiding, that is a Cliff raiding. Cliff raiding, he did, that was Cliff, and Cliff was taken down. He did not get the point. That was Cliff, and he did not get the point. He was taken down. That was a touch point. That was a good touch point. Did he get a bonus point? He gets 1 point managing to take the left corner out. He got 1 point managing to get the left corner out. That is a juggle raiding. Juggle raiding. He tries a kick. Did he get a point? He did not, and he decided to go back home and defend. Jagol decided to go back home and defend. Jungle raiding, that is our jungle raiding. That is jungle raiding, jersey number 12. He tries a kick. He tries a kick and did not get it. Jersey number 7 of the Kiambu Pluckers there, he tries, he's on the right corner, will he get a point? On the right corner, he is at the right corner, he knows his strength, is there at the right corner, he did not get a point. That is 1 point awarded in favor of 1 point awarded in favor of the Homabay Lakers. That is our Jagol raiding. Jagol on it again. Today, you have realized that Jagol is such an amazing raider there. You can see his legs, the way he's positioning them. He stops and he knows he has to stop when he has to stop. That is him. 5 against 1. 5 was against 1 on the side of the Kiambu Pluckers. It is 5 against 1. That is a Cliff with a kick. That was a scorpion kick. That was a Cliff trying. He is on the right corner. Decides to go back home. He opts for defense. That is a Jagol again trying a kick. That was Jagol trying a kick. Will he and he got the point. He did not get it. He did not get the point. Cliff again raiding. That is a Cliff on a raid. Cliff raiding. He got a point. That was a support was not that quick, so it gave Cliff a chance to get a point. Jagol again managing to get a bonus, trying a kick, got a bonus point and tried a kick, but that's Jagol. He opts for defense. He got a bonus point but was denied. He got a bonus point but was denied by the referee. Got a bonus point but was denied by the referee. There's a green card awarded. There's one green card awarded on the side of the Kiambu Pluckers. One green card awarded on the side of the Kiambu of the Homabay Lakers. That is the green card awarded to Jagol. That is an official timeout. An official timeout. The players of the Homabay Lakers seems not to be satisfied by the referee's decision. But remember, here the referees he gets a bonus point. Did he claim it? He gets a bonus and a point. 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 That is 1 point awarded. That is a 1 point awarded in favor of the Kiambu. That is a 1 point awarded in favor of the Kiambu Pluckers. 1 point awarded in favor of the Kiambu Pluckers. And now we're having Bilal going for a raid. That is Bilal raiding. And Bilal was taken down. Bilal was taken down. Looming all out on the side of the Homabay Lakers. We're having 2 against 1. And now the only man standing, that is Haggai, going for a raid. Remember, Haggai is a left defender, not a raider. Will he get a point? Haggai, it is you. You should save your team. He tries to raid. That is Haggai. Will he get a point? He should be careful of the left and right cover. Should be careful of the left and right cover. He tries a kick. He did not get it. He should be careful. He is the last man. He was taken down. That was a good one from the Kiambu Pluckers. That was a good one from Kiambu Pluckers. Cliff again going for a raid. That is a Cliff going for a raid. Cliff going for a raid. Cliff, he stretches. Will he get a point? That is a Cliff going for a raid. He gets a bonus point. He gets a bonus point. That is a Jagol being taken down. That is a Jagol being taken down. Jagol being taken down. And that is our 1 point awarded to the Kiambu Pluckers. Remember, it is the second half of the match with just few minutes remaining for the second half to end. And we are expecting our match between the Black Falcons men and the Githurai Cheetahs men. Black Falcons men and the Githurai Cheetahs men. Remember, this is a head-to-head. This is a head-to-head match. This is a head-to-head match. A bonus plus a point awarded. A bonus plus a point awarded. A bonus plus a point awarded. They are claiming a review again. The Kiambu Pluckers, the Homabay Lakers are claiming a review to take a defender out. With 2 minutes remaining, last 5 minutes of this match, last 5 minutes of this match, that is the match between the Homabay Lakers and Kiambu Pluckers, a match between the Homabay Lakers and the Kiambu Pluckers. That is a Bilal, jersey number 1 raiding. He decides to go home with a bonus point. A super tackle. That is Hagai Ajuala. That was a super one-man tackle. A super one-man tackle from Hagai Ajuala. That was a good one from Hagai Ajuala. That was a good one from Hagai Ajuala, left corner of the Homabay Lakers. This is a Jagol raiding again. That was Jagol raiding. That is what we are talking about when we talk about mighty power. That is what we are talking about. When we say that our players should be going to the gym, that is exactly what we are talking about. That is a Jagol managing to get defenders out. Claiming to take 3 defenders out. claiming to take 3 defenders out. Jagol claiming to take 3 defenders out. Asking for a review. The Kiambu Pluckers defenders are asking for a review. They're saying you did not, and we are not taking it. We want to be confirmed if you really took us out or not. Here's a review. 35 points on the side of the Homabay Lakers and 37 points on the side of the Kiambu Pluckers. They are really chasing head to head. Not a single team is ready to lose. Having Robert going for a raid. That is Robert going for a raid. Robert raiding. With just few minutes remaining for the match to end, he gets a point. Robert gets a point. Bilal tries a kick and one player is out. Robert again on it. Robert raiding. That is Robert raiding. Will he get a point with just 1 minute remaining? 1 minute remaining for the match to end. 1 minute remaining for the match to end. You can hear the excitement in the stadium. All people in the stadiums are waiting for the Black Falcons and Giturai team. Just 1 minute remaining for the match to end, and that is Jagol raiding again. There he tries. That is Jagol raiding. He claims a point. He claims a kick point, and he got it. Robert raiding. That is Robert Otieno raiding. Robert Otieno, will he get a point? That is Robert. That is Jagol again. He should be careful of a super tackle. Jagol should be careful of a super tackle. The goal should be careful of a super tackle. You should be careful of a super tackle there. He decides to go back home. That was a match over. That was a match between the Kiambu Pluckers and the Homabay Lakers. And that is a match over. As we're waiting for the next match, As we're waiting for the next match, the Homabay Lakers just won this match. That was a good game from both teams. I've been your commentator, Sharon Kamu. Till we meet again, inshallah.